and then add your yeast. Sprinkle your yeast, and because you don't want to kill it either.
Kill what?
The yeast.
The yeast, if it's too hot, the milk's too hot, I guess.
Oh,
How's
I
yours?
see.
Yeah. How's yours? 118. Just a drop more. It's because.
Just a drop of honey more?
Or no,
No,
just
I
keep stirring.
just stirring. I
Oh,
think
just stirring.
yours is 103. 113. Give it another minute. Just stir. We'll wash everything. How's your milk doing?
I don't know.
Yours is good.
Oh, that's all.
Yours is good. So you could sprinkle your yeast.
Mine is quite hot, in the milk.
Yeah, sprinkle the yeast.
Should be a little bit warmer. It's just gonna take longer, that's all.
You want me to
Yeah.
zap it for a
Just
few
1
more
second.
seconds? Like
I wonder if
1
this
second?
will
Yeah.
pull it off too. A lot easier than that
23.
little.
Just keep stirring.
Yeah.
23. It's
Yeah,
spicy.
just kind of, yes, whirl it around.
It's hot. I could feel it from the bottom. Yeah, just
Oh,
keep
wow.
stirring. Oh no, it feels warm.
Swishing.
It went from 1 and 2.
I think mine is gonna be
So you-
perfect.
Okay, so you got your yeast in there?
No,
No.
oh,
Okay,
you gotta
alright,
check it.
5 seconds on it?
It's 100, good. Put
Is
it
that
in.
okay?
Yeah, it's okay.
We
Now
intend
put the
to do
yeast in and do I
And
stir it in?
And stir it and then leave it alone and you're gonna watch it go to the top.
mine.
102.
Is that too much?
And then do you check it once
No,
more?
it's good. What do you think, Peter?
Fine.
Well, it wasn't too hot. that
Yeah.
was
I just
just
put hot
stirring.
water in.
Yeah,
Or sprinkle it.
well, I think
I don't
I'm
know,
afraid.
I'm not that accurate. It
Well,
always works.
I just because, you know why I brought this? Because I want to make sure
Yes.
it comes out perfect for everybody.
Yeah.
At home, I just feel with my finger. And if it doesn't burn, it's good.
Okay, we dump our.
Is it okay if all the
Yeah.
stuff is floating on the top?
And then just watch it, it's
Now
gonna go
stir
to
it.
about here.
Okay.
So now in the meantime,
I think we
Oh,
all have
okay.
our yeast, right?
you're gonna
Just put it in
use
there.
this bowl
We'll get this stuff.
Spread.
and you're gonna break your, the eggs and get that ready. So how are we doing here?
Oh,
110.
and we have how many? Two
What'd you
large.
say?
I'd say
We're gonna use our rigid first bowl?
put your yeast,
You
yeah.
know, this one I think is
Yeah.
that, right?
All
Yeah,
of
the
it.
one that we use.
All of it.
Put mine over here.
Yeah, I think it's not, is it, do you feel it's warm? It's a little bit warm, it's a jar
The
too.
hardest time getting eggs out of
Do we
carton.
need to
Oh, I
stir in
know.
the yeast?
My
Yes,
fingers are
with the
sticking
little
from the
fork.
yeast from the.
I know, from the honey, I
It's
know.
real easy now.
I'll just set that one there. 2 eggs in here, right?
Yeah, I guess,
It's just such a delicate thing, you know,
I guess you have to beat the eggs.
Eggs are going in here.
I guess there was flour
in the other
here.
container, yes.
You do
So
flour?
what
Yeah,
you
well,
use
that's what
to
I
measure
was,
your flour.
my flour was in first.
Well, my flour, the
But I
flour
think
was
it's
in
okay.
there,
So in the meantime, you're gonna break the 2 eggs. Take 2 eggs and make sure you get all the juice out,
I think
all
it's
the,
a
Over you with a-
exercise.
Yeah,
Are you gonna work on yours then, Yucha?
I could, yes, I will start. Let me wash my hands
Now my
again.
hands are yellow.
Oh, there we go.
Oh boy, that was a bad break.
And we have extra eggs, so if
Okay.
something goes awry.
Is there
Oh.
a garbage can for this?
Oh, I'll have to bring the garbage around.
Oh, okay.
it's just put it in
Yeah,
a little
let's
cup.
bring the garbage.
I did that, I put the whole egg in there.
Now,
Yeah,
garbage, here we go.
What about the little yeast container?
I think we can throw out the yeast container, right, Nucha?
Yes,
Alright. There we go, here we go.
The yeast container too, alrighty. And what do we just squeezing?
Yes,
Okay,
squeeze
our
it.
egg vanilla. I wonder if we move, we need our,
Let's start a new roll.
12. Is that okay?
I think it's good. It's just,
vanilla and melted butter. Vanilla.
What do we do? One orange,
A teaspoon of vanilla?
And that vanilla is new, so we'll need to open that up.
1 teaspoon vanilla.
Everybody get
7
Yeah.
tablespoons.
so you need a teaspoon of vanilla, yeah, you mix in there.
I guess in the eggs, so that's the wet ingredients. Mix in wet ingredients to form a soft dough, so that's the middle ones.
There you go.
Okay, I'm gonna let you, try your luck at opening that.
I guess my wife gives it to me all the time. I can't open it, it's too
Oh.
hard.
You got it?
This is a half a teaspoon, or half a tablespoon.
It doesn't doesn't have a label with a teaspoon, I guess.
So, oh, we're doing a whole teaspoon.
1 teaspoon.
One teaspoon, I'm sorry.
Into the eggs, right?
Did you get it? 1 teaspoon.
Yeah, I'm trying
Yes.
to get the seal off.
Actually, let you do it first, then, since you went through all that.
So you're gonna beat 2 eggs, add a teaspoon of vanilla, and we will add 3/4. So you've got a stick of butter. We're gonna cut 1 tablespoon off and save it for later and melt the rest.
Okay.
So
What
I'll
do we
come
beat the
around
eggs
with melting.
I don't know, there's a fork here.
Use your mixing
Oh.
spoon to beat the eggs.
The mixing.
The mixing
Yeah.
spoon that we have?
Is it okay to have a little flour on it?
Yeah, it won't hurt.
Did you get your vanilla?
Thank you.
You want me to start melting some butter?
Sorry, shocking.
Except I'm gonna I'll need a glass measuring thing for that, because our jars are in
Wait,
use.
something else goes in there, doesn't it?
3 things. I separated them.
Oh.
So we have the bread flour, the sugar, and the salt. That's
The
that.
egg,
And then
vanilla.
the eggs, vanilla, zest of an orange or a lemon.
Should we do that now?
Yes, and, there's a
Oh,
zester
there's
there,
a,
and I have my
Oh.
zester there.
No,
you
I
have
have
to,
some more knives, I think I can get.
Oh, it's
I got
here.
a zest.
A
You can use
tablespoon.
your existing
Yeah.
little plastic knife, or I can get some more knives.
You have to do that on a,
What are we doing? We're just slicing it up into.
You also have to melt your butter.
Tablespoon, and then I'll melt the other ones, I gotta get a different, maybe I can just use this.
What do we do with the?
this is gonna be tricky, zesting a tablespoon.
Leave it in the wrapper, I guess, we'll use it to
I have a tablespoon. Did you need a tablespoon?
mix
Well,
it
there's
whole
one here.
when it's time to let it
No, I
rise.
have it.
If you get zest,
And then
it's
you
somewhere
use
else.
it for.
I borrowed
Oh,
it.
She's got it, she borrowed it.
I wanna rinse it out because
it's
it's
got,
like these.
it's got honey in it, that's the.
Yeah, I was gonna, that's why I took it.
No, she took our
I might use
tablespoon.
this to melt the butter, and each of one at a
To
time.
do her honey.
Oh, okay.
All the other
But
jars are
I'm
used.
a terrible zester, because that's really, really fine microplane.
Yeah, I have a zester.
Here.
You do?
It's this long,
Yeah.
it's this wide, but it has a special blade on it.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh,
And you don't have to,
No time
you
flat, right?
honestly don't have to
I didn't
measure
bring that
perfectly.
today.
I just put it in there.
You know we're gonna be
Yeah,
zesting.
that's what I-
not enough, is it?
No.
What'd she say to do?
She said it's
I
not
zest it
enough.
right into my bowl.
Well, yeah, but then you're just
Oh,
doing by
I
look,
see, I
right?
don't
What a
have to do it
tablespoon
on
is.
here,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
That'll
We're
never-
just
that's
guessing.
too small.
It's too fine.
She's
This
got the
one, this is what I use at
That's
home.
what I use too.
Yeah,
Yes.
and so I just, this is faster, you can do,
Yeah,
you know, you can
okay,
pass it
Okay,
around.
all
Yeah,
That
right.
one is gonna be much harder.
Wait, we're all using the same
Yeah, and
orange,
then
right?
I'll use this
Yeah.
one. This is the one I use at home.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, it's like so hard. What do you ask everybody to bring? It's like,
yeah, I know.
So-
I'll
See, I
use
don't
a
have
little
it.
bit.
My
Yeah,
zester
just-
looks like that one, it would take me forever to.
yeah.
Oh, I see.
It's like,
Oh, yeah,
it's more like for,
this is our little one.
see,
I should get one of
That's
these.
made
All right.
for
The butter's
zesting, yeah.
gonna
That
take a
one's
little
made
bit
for
of
grating,
time,
some
so one at a
not even,
time.
not even
That-
grating cheese. That
No,
one's made
that's for like-
grating,
like nutmeg.
nutmeg.
So how is everybody's yeast doing? It's starting to bloom. I see.
Yep, it's-
Megan's is
You
blooming.
shake it.
Nice
Yeah,
job,
just tap it.
Megan.
Yeah.
She's like my daughter. I've known her since before she had children.
Oh, so zest.
And what I did today, this morning, I prepared another one which is in the furnace room. I mixed up all my flour, I sifted it with the flour, the sugar, and so this way, I'm already at that point,
Oh,
ready
just
to go.
easily.
Us, yeah.
Because I thought, you know, it's too hard.
So you're just cutting one
Let me put
tablespoon
yours
off of that,
here.
run, melt the
Oh,
rest.
my yeast is blooming like crazy.
Yeah,
What
it
did we
is.
melt it in?
You want
The
it,
microwave.
Yeah, I
In
gotta
what
come around
container?
and, I've
Oh.
got a few extra.
She's
little
doing it.
Oh,
containers.
she's doing it,
Right.
oh, okay, so melter, good.
Let's see.
There you go.
I'll blend and we'll-
Oh, thank you.
Zest away.
Zest away, let me see yours. Oh, yeah, boy, might have to get me one of these
I got it at Home Goods for $4
for $4.
Pardon me?
a long time
Oh,
ago.
zest.
Yeah, you need a little.
Before the pandemic,
Take that
everything
back.
went up after that.
Okay, yep.
Are you left-handed?
No, but am I doing this left-handed?
Sometimes they do good when they have clearance stuff.
No, you use your left hand to hold the zester and the right hand the
Oh, you moved the orange.
You move the orange, not
Well, I
the
was doing
zester.
it backwards. Somebody told me I
Alright, so when
also
this is
deal
yours,
left-handed,
we'll let it
deal cards.
cool for a moment.
But I don't do
You're
anything,
ambidextrous.
I
So
don't do
we-
anything else left-handed.
Did everybody break their eggs already and beat them up nicely?
Yes.
About the
Look at the
vanilla?
instructions here. I think you want you to beat the eggs and
Put a little more zest in there.
Because, you know,
We need butter now.
She's mel, I mean, I think Dawn is melting.
It's doing really good.
Yeah, it's starting to work.
we've just been using just the spoon for the
I, yes, I don't have one of those electric, magic mixers. My mother never had one either. Elbow grease.
I use my method a lot of stuff. It's the same thing.
Do you use one of those nice fancy things?
The reason I ended up doing it was because when my wife used to make it. But the reason is that it ended up being a huge amount. And then it got to the point that you need it.
You need it.
She couldn't do it anymore. because it was too heavy. So she says, can you do it?
That was your job.
I tricked into doing it now. Now I just do it from the beginning. to
And
the
now
end.
you can teach your grandsons.
Alright, you want more of this, she said?
I feel like it's too hot. So keep stirring,
The other way.
just in case.
If you're right-handed, the other way.
See, I did, that's
Move
all
the
I did.
orange.
Move the orange, okay. I just need a little bit. It was a little.
Alright, I'm gonna go around and do the next one here. 30 seconds is what I need. That's the best thing. 30 seconds to melt the butter.
At least we don't have to measure the temperature, sorry.
I'm gonna take.
So you got your butter in there already?
They're all waiting.
Okay.
We're working on it little by
Are they
little.
waiting for the zester?
Very good. Thank you for your patience.
Sure. You know, when we put the addition on the library, we wanted a kitchen.
Yeah.
Kind of nice.
And they didn't get it.
You didn't get it, huh?
No, cost too much money.
That's
It was-
amazing for,
It was like $1 million for an
for
elevator.
all the money that the
Yeah, I'm
library
sure.
gives from our
Yeah.
taxes, they,
And you had to do the elevator.
I was surprised. When I looked at my taxes to see what the library share was. It's huge.
The library?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how many people.
Compared to
are
like,
staff, yeah.
but compared to the others from the fire department.
They get more, they get twice.
Have you had any other cooking classes?
The village.
Oh,
Really?
We've done some virtual things. I haven't done too much of the in-person.
now we're just
since
waiting on butter,
we
right?
opened up after
The library
COVID.
gets a huge amount of tax money,
So everybody's is blooming nicely.
We're
Yes.
blooming and we need butter.
We're just waiting on
It's
butter.
coming.
It's coming. Yeah, I know, there's a lot of people.
I
It is-
never, I never microwave it, I just put it in a
Because it
pan
pops
and
all
then,
over.
Oh, you do? On the stove?
Yeah, that's why
You
Yeah,
just
my
have to
it's so
microwave is a little
important.
differently, but very lightly, not,
Do you want us to do it again?
but just so it melts.
It only
Yeah.
takes a
No,
minute.
whatever you
And
think.
then, I put sugar
Cause
in
it
it,
should,
mix the sugar in there, and then I put.
mine
milk
is
in it.
blooming, look.
If that's all the liquid we're gonna use, I make a lot, so I use a lot.
Oh, okay.
I use
It's
about 4
blooming,
cups
but
of
it's
milk.
taking forever. Yours is blooming nicely.
I use about 5 pounds of flour or something.
How many do you make at a time?
Thank you for being.
So there's yours.
No.
And then
I'm
Gwen,
Brenda, by the
you
way.
think we
Hi,
can
Pete.
stir it in?
I'm Rose.
Rose, nice to meet you,
What
Rose.
was your name?
Brenda.
Brenda.
If you wanna
okay.
stir, I'll pour.
Her child used to help all the time at the library.
Oh my gosh, me too, she just got engaged last weekend. Can you
Alright,
believe
keep
that?
stirring.
Ah,
That's all one batch?
Yeah.
That looks like, you put an egg wash on it then, don't you?
I do.
and you can do this on the panettone too.
Uh-huh.
You
Yeah,
can do an
yeah,
egg
I
That
put-
wash.
looks
I
like
put it
an
in
egg
because-
bread or what do they call, what's the
Yeah.
other
Those
holiday
Easter
bread?
breads.
Easter, mhm.
Easter,
But
this
you
was
can-
Easter bread.
Even on
Beautiful,
this
you
one.
braided that one and.
Yeah, I braid one, and then the other ones
Nice.
are just.
You are so good, maybe you should teach a class.
Maybe you should, another kind of
Peter!
Easter.
Always did that, and I
Started there now.
An Easter
But the
bread.
eggs already.
Yes. Her
Yeah,
grill,
this is-
and
No, no, no,
stirring
no.
nicely,
Right.
and you know,
And
Yeah,
the
see,
I say stir
I put-
nicely
I put
because
the eggs in there.
it'll cool
This
it
is before
too. You don't want it too hot for the
I just put
eggs.
the eggs
And
in
we
there,
have scrambled
and then
eggs.
I
I know.
just press
Oh, my aunt used to do that, and
and then nobody eats them, we throw them away.
Oh,
No.
you can't, you can eat them, you can.
But you gotta do it right away. That's
Just
why-
keep
that's
stirring,
why-
everybody,
Make it bread
just keep
all
stirring,
over.
we'll get the butter melted soon. Just keep stirring, stirring, you can zest your orange.
Stir.
Stirring, stirring while we're waiting.
And you could use your spatula to take anything out of your cup. I added my butter to my eggs now.
My
I hope
recipe,
this microwave doesn't
Only
explode
call it
on us,
bagel.
we're getting quite the work out here.
Oh, isn't that funny how different they are?
yeah.
So, save
Help
one
down the
tablespoon for the top of your,
Sure, we will.
bread at the end.
We got a
Hopefully I
plastic
have
knife.
enough zest on that orange. I also have orange peel, so if you need more orange flavor, I have candied orange peel as a fruit choice.
You,
This is like really hot.
oh, she did bring raisins, okay.
Yeah, she's got
Think
white
it's gonna
raisins.
be okay?
I think so, but I wish it was bigger, look at hers.
I know.
We gotta go milk the
Maybe
butter.
we should
isn't it?
just.
Well,
do
Dawn's
another
doing
one.
it for us one at a time, because there's only one microwave.
Here, maybe if I get it out of this one, it'll be
So
better.
we're just kind of in a holding pattern.
Okay.
I'm afraid that hers is not
Give it a-
blooming good
give it a
enough.
moment.
Oh,
Give it another-
Yeah.
are ours doing okay?
Yeah.
How much is in
Yeah.
that?
Yours are doing
This one?
Oh,
Yeah, yep, that's perfect.
Yes.
Yes, good thinking.
That's actually a
I don't
good thing
think
to
she's
do
gonna
it in,
come.
because it
No.
can't
No, so just,
slide her out as
Yeah.
and
big
then
of
we'll
a
check
hole.
the temperature because I don't.
Probably
see.
not enough.
You know, both of you are
98,
kinda like this and
95,
mine's kinda like
98,
that.
97, just a drop, like 2 seconds.
And then I need.
Fine.
Yours
Just
is
put it on
Yeah,
top,
I'll
though,
give you
that's-
more yeast.
What did we start with? How much did we start with? A third of a quarter?
Oh,
It
What
says
is
in
it?
the recipe.
Oh, 2/3 cup, so it should be
moving so much?
It's
more
not so
than that, and
blooming.
then, I know it's rising.
I think it was a little.
Yeah. hers
Till
are rising
double
flat.
the-
It might have been too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours rolls
Just
like
a little bit.
It's the mound.
Can't see the.
I think this is fun. Maybe we should
Fun.
find some other project.
Yeah, I agree. Baking. Next time,
Plus
let's
the other,
do
the other orange is
cookie
pretty bare
decorating.
as well, huh?
I'm not good at that.
And what did you suggest?
cookie decorating.
Oh, yeah, I'd like to do that.
Like the Wilt, I'm always afraid to try.
Sounds really weird.
Just
Alright,
like
this is gonna have to cool down.
no more than
Okay.
4 seconds.
All right, they got theirs all cut and ready too.
Okay.
But you really don't.
Oh, but
You
now,
need something to put it in, right?
Because I don't want
If
it
it's
too
too
hot.
hot, it cooks the eggs and you don't
yes,
want
it
that.
will.
It's almost like nothing.
That's the problem when you microwave butter.
Yeah, that's right. So you could,
Unless you just got another
Adjust the
glass,
temperature
Susan, do you have
more.
another glass one that we
96,
can use?
look at that. I
Well,
think,
a little
because
more
it's like
control.
95, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
good.
know, but I'm
That's
still-
good.
Then I put sugar in it, that automatically cools
Just
the,
so it doesn't
the butter off.
And
Yeah.
just give it a stir. Oh, we didn't put
And
honey
then
in
I
there.
put milk in there, that also.
Here,
that'll cook.
That,
When
I
I,
put cold milk
Yes,
in there.
it's really hot.
Not-
Okay, don't do 30 seconds next time, or whatever you did.
Sometimes it does 30 and it melts, other times it doesn't
Yeah,
melt.
you
I don't
never know.
You think it would be
This is
the
all
Yeah,
the
it's
same
liquid
hot.
we're gonna
the
need.
whole time.
But I make so many, right, I need a lot of
What we're
liquid,
gonna do
so
is
then
just
it drains the
transfer like
milk.
we did before.
Okay.
I think
Cool
this
off
one
the
must
butter.
hold the heat better. Sometimes even still in close.
so,
Alright, let's do this.
Next victim?
We'll do 20 seconds.
Yeah, because they're getting salt because, you know. Oops. So,
Don't pick it up with your mouth.
Alrighty, and I'll take
yeah,
your
we gotta wait
cover.
for it.
Just put this
What do we do after the orange
here.
zest? Okay, so now
So
that
use this to
the
cover
orange
so that
zest
it
is in
doesn't
there,
splatter.
everybody has their orange zest.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I always shake it and more comes out. Okay, so now if you're,
still waiting for
Yeast?
butter. Yeah.
yeah, your butter's in there, you got your butter and your eggs.
Well, not yet.
Your
yeast
It's hot.
If your yeast looks good, look
Yep.
at mine.
Oh,
wow.
Oh,
Wow.
wait, hers is grown way more.
Wow, how'd you do
We're
that?
gonna be here all day.
Ours is like half of
Ours
that.
is half of that.
I used almond milk because I don't use milk at home.
Oh.
Oh.
So
Interesting.
that's the only
Interesting
difference.
science
Is there
experiment.
sugar in that almond? Is it unsweetened?
No,
or
it's unsweetened, I'm diabetic.
Interesting.
Huh,
Yeah,
but look how much more it rose.
yeah.
Wow.
So this is an experiment for you,
Yeah.
use almond milk.
Yeah, ours all came the same.
Does that mean
Yeah.
it's gonna be lighter? The texture will be lighter and fluffier, I wonder?
No, it's
With
the same thing.
Raised up?
Yeah, it's the same thing because I've done it with milk too.
Oh.
Because the one in, yeah, that. So that was the only difference. I used almond milk because I brought my supplies from home, and that's at home I don't have any milk.
How'd it come out?
This bottle holds the temperature pretty well. Let's see if that one's cooled down enough. We can
Yeah.
stir it in.
Oh, no, still feels hot.
Okay, so whenever you think your yeast is good,
We just have to do the
And
one
risen enough?
more.
One more.
Well, here, I'll stir, you pour it in, I'll
Yours is
stir.
good.
That's the way it goes. That's how you make pudding, you know.
Mm-hmm. Whenever you don't want the eggs to cook.
Yeah. Just a little drizzle. And then we can get roses going.
we're almost ready. It's temperature, it's so critical, the
Makes me smell the
temperature.
orange.
You know, you don't realize how important it is to have the right temperature for the yeast to make it bloom. Because at home I don't use anything, I use my finger, honestly, I just feel it and use my finger. But I thought, this is so critical, I don't want anybody's panettone not to come out.
That'll cool down pretty quick.
Okay.
And then Rose, let's see if we can get yours in. Sorry,
You
don't
just
mind our
drop it in
boarding
there.
house
It's
freeze.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
And you took one tablespoon off,
and
okay?
I'll take the, yep, she did, I'll take
Oh, yeah,
that
put it on top.
cover. Alright,
Oh,
And actually, it's just patience too with the yeast.
Let me take your butter wrapper, we'll throw it away.
Oh, sure, thank you.
We're almost there.
She had us wrap up that.
Oh, another thing that we do, and Italians do, is they take their fruit, whatever they're gonna use, and they soak it in a quarter cup of rum.
That's
Yeah.
what the
Exactly.
Why
Italian.
they're
Exactly.
so good.
Exactly.
Yes! Yes, we're on the same page.
We're on the same page on that one.
Yeah, and you know, when you cut a panettone, it smells so good, but it's full of preservatives. Ours is going to be all natural with nothing in it.
Okay.
Yeah, but it won't. When you slice it at home, put it in a plastic wrap. It'll stay a few days. But what I did when I've been experimenting to try to reduce my mother's recipe, I put it in slices and I put it in Ziploc bags. And whenever my daughter came over, she would have coffee and dunk it in the panettone in her.
Did you freeze it? Were you
I
able to
froze
freeze
it.
the
I
slices?
froze, yes. So
Oh,
I
great
made
idea.
slices and then I put it in my Ziploc bag. And when she come out, I just take 2-3 slices and we have our coffee.
Nice.
And yeah, yeah.
Great idea.
Yeah, and then this way you have fresh panettone each time.
this
Was
is
hot?
still warm, give it a
So
moment.
if you want, you can soak them, but for today's purposes, I don't think we'll
Should
soak
be
the
fine.
grains because we won't have the time.
Quite a bit from
All right.
before.
And then I'll transfer this into that, cause this one's holding its heat a lot more than mine.
Yeah,
Liquid.
probably.
Yours is gonna look like ours. Mine's much better now.
It's the
already
temperature,
going.
don't
It's
I say?
totally-
Between 95 and 98. You don't want it too hot, you don't want it too cold, because you want it to grow and bloom.
That'll help it cool down a bit.
Looks
Cause
like
the
it
jar is
worked.
hot, the butter may not be real hot.
No,
but the jar
yeah, it
is.
was fine.
It was fine.
Mine was pretty warm too.
No, I thought, reasonably. room temperature.
And now these, lately, what they've been doing, bakeries, they've been putting chestnuts in the
Oh, yeah, wait. Wait
panettone.
until she's
They've
done
been
with the
putting
next one.
pistachios, they've
By
been
the time
coating
she
it with
came
chocolate.
back to
But
Europe,
originally, it was
Wow.
just
Quite a bit.
golden raisins and citrus fruits. That was it. And then just sprinkle a powdered sugar on top.
As opposed
But now they're getting
Here's
fancy.
one.
Yeah.
Well, we don't put the fruit on it, so we,
Yeah, just at the end, we're gonna roll it out, 2 minutes.
Oh, all the stuff, yeah, the cannolis.
So yours looks good. So I would, I think that table's good to go because it's gonna continue growing. It's gonna
Wait,
bloom
are we starting to
okay.
mix our, like,
Yeah.
wet and,
So,
What's
yeah.
next?
so now put your yeast in there,
In where, in the egg?
into your egg mixture, yes.
the egg.
Egg and butter.
even if it's only like this.
It's the temperature.
It's so crazy.
So now, whenever you're ready, pour it into your egg. But it's just fluff.
It even dissolve.
It'll still grow. The yeast is in the dough. It'll just take a
We're
little
starting
longer.
it. And then I'll take those, I don't think we need the glasses, so I will grab the glasses when we're all done with that. If you have a scraper that will fit inside, we can try to scrape some more stuff out. I have a smaller scraper that, I don't know if you wanna scrape any more out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, mine
No,
I
doesn't.
don't think it'll fit inside of mine.
My yeast is clumpy.
Yep. It's gonna be okay. So when you have it nice and
Wow,
stirred,
this
Okay,
one.
done?
I'm done.
Okay, thank you, yeah, mine won't fit in. Just poured it in, huh?
Yep, just pour it in.
yes, and you just make a hole in your flour.
Oh, and then pour the liquid in the flour?
So yeah, because now you're gonna pour the liquid into your stainless steel one.
Okay.
So
Is it,
now-
I've got clumps of yeast, is that okay
It's
if I
okay,
try to
you're
break
gonna
them
work
up?
it, you're gonna need it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got some too, and mine was dissolved nice, so don't worry.
Okay.
So then you just pour it into your
Make a hole.
flour.
A hole?
Some people put their yeast right in their flour, but I don't like that. I wanna make sure it
Oh.
grows. And then you're gonna stir it.
From the center?
Yeah, it doesn't matter, just stir it. It's gonna form a ball. And then you're gonna knead it. It might seem dry, look at mine, it looks dry,
Mhm.
but it's gonna be fine, you're gonna work it together. That's why I said we have to have everything perfect, you know? Some places, they will tell you to use grams or
Oh,
ounces.
Weigh it, yeah.
Because it's such a finicky thing. It's simple, but yet you don't want it too dry or too wet. And you should always use bread flour because yes, it's something about the gluten and the
Oh, no,
yes.
not all-purpose flour.
No,
Okay.
no, I got this one at Jewel. And then put your hands into it if they're clean and just work it. You see how I'm working it? Into a ball.
Flour in mine.
Oh, it'll get there.
It'll
Yes,
dissolve.
yeah,
It'll
well even mine
Keep-
look
just
dry.
keep working. See, mine's almost all,
Oh, you guys, it's all incorporated.
Mhm.
yeah, and it was the same way when I was working at it.
So you do the cooking at home, Peter?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Bianca's got,
Yep, Bianca's very lucky.
yeah, she just had, she's recuperating
From what?
knee reconstruction.
Oh, that's a big one.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it was getting pretty bad. She, that's probably why she hasn't come to your, Saturday,
Crafters.
crafting meeting.
Oh,
This is, 3 weeks ago, a little over 3 weeks ago. And, she is, already walking without a stick, so she's,
yeah, it's coming out nice, you see? Nice.
You just keep kneading it. for a
Keep
while?
kneading it and then you're gonna put it on the table. You're gonna sprinkle some flour.
Yeah, mine actually feels kind of wet now.
We were gonna put tablecloths on, but then we thought the tablecloths are gonna go all over the table, so we scrubbed the tables today.
because when you let it rest, the first 2 hours, what happens is that the flour absorbs the liquid even more,
Mhm.
And it just grows like balloons.
and then it, yeah, you can see that.
Yeah, it turns out.
So,
I'm assuming it's.
is everyone having fun?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm having fun too.
we're concentrating.
So, I brought my mat from home. This was a Christmas present from my husband.
Ah.
And I love using my mat. So you can just use the table. It's clean. They've been cleaned with vinegar and soap
Okay.
and scrubbed.
Right on the table, not on this plastic.
No, I tried using the mat. I thought, well, what if I bring the mat to the library? I taped it down with masking tape, and it kept moving everywhere. I thought, no, forget it. I thought we're just going to do it on the table.
Okay, I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
So whenever you have, just sprinkle some flour,
Barely flour.
just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
In a little bit, we're going to use our
This is
rolling
the
pin.
extra flour, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit of flour,
Thank you.
and you're going to knead on the table. table, put some flour, put a little bit of flour.
Right, well, then, here we go.
Goes against my, like,
Right.
nature to do that.
Well, we scrub them, they're
I know
formica, and we
you did,
scrubbed
but-
them this morning.
It's just-
you know.
It's just me,
I know, you can use the pad, but it's
Will
gonna
slide.
shift on you.
okay.
And not that much flour, you don't want too much flour.
This is fun.
It is fun,
Is the goal to get it real smooth?
just to incorporate everything.
No, okay.
Because after that, it's gonna go to rest for 2 hours. And then, when you're ready, you're gonna roll it out into a rectangle. Now, some of them let it rise ahead of time and, you know, they get it more, but there's many different ways, and this one works. And this is the way my mother used to do it.
How do you know when it's ready?
Well,
You'll know.
when you don't see any more white specks in it,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All the same color.
when it's all the same color.
I see orange spectrum.
That's
that's
your
good.
orange.
Yeah, that's good.
It should be, soft
Orange
and
peel,
sweet.
that's fine.
Yeah, it's.
So then what do? Then you roll it?
Yeah, roll it into a rectangle.
We have golden raisins, we have cranberries, so Lucia will tell us when it's time to add the fruit.
Oh, yeah, that's right, you gotta add fruits.
How big is
Yeah.
your rectangle?
As big as you want.
I didn't bring my own though.
Yeah.
Put the fruit on top, roll it up, and
Yeah.
then knead it again.
I'm making it into like the size of
That's pretty thin.
9 by 13, whatever you want, you know. That like that is good. You know, just roll it out.
So real thin?
I'm doing like a 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect because the more you roll it out, the more fruit you can spread out.
Oh.
There you go.
And you know, don't be hard on yourself. It takes a little bit of practice. But you know, you do it once, you follow the recipe, you do it again. Then you say, oh. But it's still available.
No, you're fine. I'm fine. Alright.
Oh, I see your, yeah. Oh, that's why. What do you have different?
I just put the raisins in the dough.
Is that why I can't roll
it? Like if she
It's fine.
sprinkled the fruits in there and
Yeah.
then roll it up.
No, it could be a circle. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want.
Or a blob.
I'm
I'm a rule follower.
Oh, yeah.
You said rectangle,
And
it's all
she
right.
did a
So
rectangle.
what I did at home, the first time I used 1.25 cups. So in the end, I think 1 cup of fruit is enough. So here then I measured out a cup. So you can measure a cup of fruit. So you can take one of the
The
cups.
raisins have to be torn, you know, at the top.
Wait, a cup total.
A
So
cup
do
total.
we- Are we
So-
doing a combination of
You
raisins?
can do a
and-
combination of whatever you want. There's cranberries. I just at home had
I think
dark.
I have a cup of each.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta
Yeah.
open these.
Yeah, I have a couple of songs.
So you could do a half and half.
Why not?
Yeah, and then you just sprinkle it on. Now, if you would have soaked them, you have to pat them dry.
Oh, the raisins already up?
You got the orange, candied orange? Oh, she got the raisins.
Okay, well, there's 2 boxes.
What do you,
except I gotta
that, oh, the
open
candied
them.
oranges? I can't
Yeah,
get
these
this
are those
open.
candied ones.
Do you have scissors, Dawn?
Yes,
I do,
right
I'm
there.
coming.
I'm afraid they're gonna go flying everywhere if I
There we go.
pull.
Yeah, I figured it out when I tried last time that,
They go whoop.
there we go.
Those are cranberries. You wanna measure?
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's-
White
yeah,
raisins,
down at the
if you
bottom.
like white
You
raisins.
don't really have to measure, but what I
In the
tried,
neighborhood of,
when I did it the first time, my fruit was falling out. You know,
Do you want this, half a cup then?
yeah, that
And
looks
if you
nice
need more
with the two.
cranberries, I do have more cranberries. And
Oh,
raisins.
you want this?
So not
Oh,
to worry.
no, I got the cup. Is this the
I'm
cup?
just
Yeah.
gonna need raisins when you guys are
So if you do
You
soak
guys
your
want the
fruit,
cup or-
go ahead and have it dry.
Do we need more
I'm doing
cranberries?
anything there. I think that'll,
Yeah, I think we
More cranberries?
Oh, here.
I think we're good.
Oh, they have.
Are those empty?
That one's empty.
Oh, that looks
Would you
nice
like
with
some
the,
more? I can open the new bag. There you go, there we go. There we go.
so the bigger you have it, the more space you have to
The
spread
thinner,
it.
yeah.
Like my raisins are all stuck, so I'm sort of separating them.
I don't know if anyone needs it, but I'll just combine here.
My mother would always put alcohol instead of vanilla. She'd put sambuca in her dough. Oh yes, yes,
Vanilla is?
yes.
No.
She'd come over here to visit me, and we go to the liquor store, and she'd buy the limit of alcohol. And I said, "But Ma, you don't drink." She says, "But I use it in cooking." Yeah. Italian culture, we liked our alcohol in the cookies, in the amarettis.
Yeah.
it's just like Julia Child used to say, I always cook with wine.
Ah, see?
I
That's-
had it all.
But she used to drink it.
Drink a little,
Right.
cook a little, drink a little,
I like that.
and a little.
I gotta put a few of these in my middle.
Are these the oranges?
Yeah, the candy
Yeah, the
orange.
candied orange.
You can put some.
I'll put a few of those in.
Okay.
And when you think you've spread it nicely,
Yeah.
you're gonna roll it like a cookie. From, just roll.
Okay.
Just roll, 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 roll. If it falls out, stick it back in. And now you're gonna knead it.
Oh.
Oh, so that wasn't the pretty.
Again?
Yeah, you're gonna knead it a little bit to incorporate it a bit.
There we go.
Okey-dokey. Doesn't matter, you're just gonna knead it again.
And if it falls out, stick it back in. I'm glad we went without mats and tablecloths. It'd be so hard.
Yeah, it would be.
What's stuff tablecloth?
And it feels pretty cold now. So when you go home, you're gonna put it in your baking pan, and you're going to, well, before we do, when you're done, you're gonna butter this. I did not clean it, but it doesn't matter, it doesn't need to be clean, it's the same thing, you know?
Bring them.
You could wash it out,
Can I?
Yeah, mine's pretty.
Go
good.
wash it out.
You use the butter to butter.
Yeah, the little bit of butter you can add.
Oh, I didn't bring them. I'll have to transfer it to a baking pan
Oh,
when we
yeah.
get home, because I just brought plastic.
You're gonna.
You can leave it like that, you can change it at home.
Okay.
So I just put that little bit of butter that's melted in
Oh,
here,
okay.
and then you work it just about 5-10 minutes till you're happy with it in a nice shape of a ball. It's still the same dough, it's fine.
Put it in there without washing it out.
You can if you want. I didn't wash mine out, I put the butter it. And when you're happy with the looks, you made it into a nice little ball,
You want a ball?
put it in your pan. And then, when you get home, you have to put some plastic wrap, but you've got to put it in the oven with a light on. You want a nice source of warmth.
Probably should have changed it. Ladies, need any more flour for kneading?
With the light on.
With the light
No,
on.
we got a little.
Yeah, you've got yours over there.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
I can borrow the,
Okay, there's my bowl.
here.
I guess I'll put it in this one then. And I'm gonna have to transfer.
Did you put butter on it?
No, because I can't bake it in this anyway.
No, because you're not gonna bake it in that.
Oh, so
You
I
can-
need to put, even if it's a plastic bowl, I have to put butter in? Well,
Yeah,
this stick,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. But do you have a bigger bowl?
This one,
Put it in the bigger one.
okay.
Put it in the bigger one, because it's gonna come out of the pan.
Oh, okay.
See,
it's gonna grow the size of your bowl there.
Oh, my,
Yes.
Okay.
so, this one has to go and rest now. And I'm gonna go get the one that I started this morning and show you how that one came out. See, that's all it is. It's so simple. And now you're just gonna put this one, I don't have my oven, when I go home I'll put it in the oven, but I'm gonna put it in the furnace room.
The furnace room.
Get it warm.
Oh, okay. Oh, my goodness. Don't must have set that there. Okay. It's going in.
There you go.
So, because I was so afraid that it was not gonna rise or anything, I put it in a box.
So it'd be dark.
Okay, this is still rising, but it's not gonna get baked. This is this morning.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Not quite done, it still probably needs another half an hour, because it's gonna go over.
So bake it in that paper, but put it in.
Yes,
a
you're gonna
pan
be
so you
putting
can
it,
pick up.
and put it in a pan or a pizza pan.
Yeah.
So you're gonna, so this was, we started it this morning at 10 o'clock?
Yeah, pretty much.
10 o'clock, and this is 5 hours later. It takes 5, 6 hours, be patient. So this was started this morning. So what you're gonna do when it, I want it to go a little higher.
Then I just let it rise.
What you're gonna
Oh,
do,
you
And then
do?
in the morning, I work it.
so but before you get to this point, I should explain. After your dough raises a nice height, it triples, doubles, triples, you're gonna punch it in, punch the air out, remove it, knead it a little bit, and then put it in a nice ball, like we just did, put it in there, let it rise.
Put it in the,
Put it in the
paper
circle,
round.
in the circle thing, in the paper mold.
okay.
So, when you get home, make sure it's tripled, double or tripled, punch it down, take the air out, and just put it on your table, work it into a ball, work it a little bit into a ball. Get it into a nice shape, put it in there, put plastic wrap, and let it rise. What?
Oven again? In the oven the
In
second
the
time?
oven, always in the oven.
Okay.
That's why we put it in the furnace room. Then when you are ready, and I'm not gonna do this one because it's not quite ready, it could still go up another half hour. You take a blade and you do a cross, like that. I'm not gonna do it now, but you can take a scissor and go
Yeah,
Albert bought me this.
Or
You
knife.
use one of these?
scissor.
Scissor.
Oh, scissor. No, Albert bought me. This
Use the
is,
scissor and I cut, so
Yeah.
this way you make diagonal.
yes. And so you cut it into a cross. It always had the cross. And after you cut it, you take your tablespoon of butter and you put it in the center. This tablespoon that's left over, you put in the center. You can do an egg wash if you want an egg wash, like Peter did. Put an egg wash, a beautiful egg wash. Another thing you're gonna need to do
I do the cross with-
is preheat your
That's
oven.
your butter in the middle?
With an egg.
It's an egg?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, no, this is enough.
This is the.
If you don't,
Easter version.
just a tablespoon,
yeah.
just a little dab.
Yeah.
Did you use all of yours?
For
Okay,
Christmas,
so
it's
don't worry,
coming up.
just a
So
dab
just
of
before
butter.
you bake
I'll
it?
be doing
Yes,
something different.
just when it's nice and high the way you want it,
Do the same
cut
thing
it,
that we
make a
just did.
cross, put the butter in the
Right.
center. You can you can do an egg wash,
Yum.
just
And then
just
you roll
an
it up
egg
and you
egg
cook it
wash
up.
and brush it on.
So then you get a nice.
Some people
you
put
cut it
sugar,
nice
this
roll.
coarse sugar.
Ooh.
So you put it in the oven. Your oven is preheated to 350. Put it in your oven, in the center, and make sure that you know, it doesn't touch the top. So I take my middle shelf out and I just put it over there. So it's right in the center. 350. Put the timer on your watch, on your clock somewhere. Put your timer. Check it at 40 minutes. And if it's browning, cover it with foil, because you want it to be golden but not burned.
Right.
And I took it out at 15 minutes. My oven was good, and I took it out at 15 minutes. So that was it. And what they do in bakeries, they hang it upside down. They take knitting needles or skewers. It's not worth it. I'm going to eat it faster than the
Yeah,
skewers
that's
are
true.
on. So that's it. You'll have to cover yours with plastic wrap.
Yes.
So we'll
I have
cover
some
all of this.
plastic
Would you
wrap.
like to try the panettone that I did on Monday?
anybody
And I
want
put
some
my stuff in?
coffee? I can make some
Sure.
coffee.
I got a pen in my bag.
Would anyone like coffee with
I'm not a coffee
panettone?
drinker, what thank you.
I'm gonna Anyone like some
I'll be awake
coffee?
all night. Okay. About 2 hours, so then
Have
after
some of
dinner.
this. I don't know how it turned out.
Does anybody want me to make any coffee, or we just wanna have the panettone example?
It's up to everyone.
I'm not a coffee drinker.
Okay.
This is gonna happen tonight.
Oh my God, now it's growing.
Well, yeah.
So how,
Glad I have nothing
does
going
it
on.
have, how much does it have to
Yeah.
die?
Well, usually, let me show you on my phone.
Okay.
Oh, it's cool, yeah.
Well, it's actually the picture. This,
So
yeah,
about
yeah,
that much?
yeah. So you want it to go over
Like an inch,
Yeah.
maybe
an inch more, because it goes over.
Okay.
And so this was
Has been rising?
one of them. I put it in a coffee can.
Started
So,
on one of
at the
yeah.
beginning, we didn't have the mold, and when I did it, I put it in a
Well,
coffee
she let it
can.
rise for 2 hours,
Then,
then she reheated it, and then she put it into the,
Oh,
she
The
let it
bread
rise-
thing,
yeah,
round
she
thing.
let it
Yes, you're
rise
gonna take
there
one
for
of
2
those.
Oh,
hours.
and I almost forgot,
And
I
she
have
reheated
one.
it,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
then she puts it into the panettone form,
Yeah.
and then that one, you have to let it rise for a long time.
yeah, so
Well,
it's
maybe
just
before you go to bed
patience.
tonight.
It says 2
And everybody,
hours.
before you
2 hours?
depart,
Yeah, it only says
Seven
2 hours
hours.
here.
I have a drawing, a raffle season.
Yeah,
A
that's
copy of Marie
longer.
Kissel's cookbook seasonings. Marie used to do programs for us around this time of the year before COVID. If you'd like to win a copy of her cookbook, when you stop to pick up your panettone mold, just quickly do the little drawing ticket, and I'll just do a quick draw and give somebody a copy of Marie Kissel's cookbook seasonings. You sure can. That's fine, I just gotta find a container to put it in.
I'm gonna
Do the
save
drawing
this
here.
butter.
I can give everybody a drawing ticket here. You need a pencil, I got an extra pencil here.
Let me,
Do you have the book?
Okay.
Yes, I do.
I expected it to be dark, I don't know.
well, I
Yes,
use,
I do.
No, it's light.
I have
It's
it.
light inside, cause that's what.
Yeah, we don't
You
even
never
got it
had
on
it?
hold,
You
you
never
have
had
a
it?
copy of the seated.
No.
You never had a panettone?
Planning on it.
No, my neighbor used to bring us over a smaller version, and I asked her if that's what it
Win a
was, and she
copy
said
of
no.
Marie Kissel's
now it
cookbook
could still be
seasonings.
frozen. I took it out of the freezer this
Oh.
morning.
No, I gotta make
Oh, you
sure
froze
so.
the whole thing.
I froze the whole
I
thing.
just need something
And
to
then
put
in
my
January,
tickets
I'll have the library book club and my old, where I used to go to the club, so. I read a lot, so.
Does anybody want coffee?
Oh, no.
No, thank you. You may need a pencil.
in. It's new plastic wrap, so it's not being
Yeah.
cooperative.
I didn't get it. Oh,
Oh,
Alright,
There it is, okay.
alright. Let me pull these up a little bit
I
here.
love cookbooks.
Come around. I have a little panettone jar here.
I think I might need another.
here, we'll fold it in.
Okay.
Would you like to try it out? It's a bit frozen still. I froze the whole thing.
Thank
We
you.
got one.
And it
It'll
might
take a
come-
while to
Looks
defrost.
delicious.
I hope
Thank
it's
you.
good. My daughter
Alright,
was
here we go,
saying,
ready
yes.
to do a drawing. Yeah, we're gonna do a drawing. Did everybody get their ticket in? Alright.
Yes, I would, thank you.
Marie is one of our most famous chefs in Winfield.
Oh.
She was a teacher, cookbook author. She really believed in the power of community